Okay, I'm here with Scott and Lindsay from Miss Piggy's Barbecue in the UK.
Yep.
Some of our brethren. Guys, how many times have you been to the Jack?
In total, we've been 5 times, but the first 2 times we were helping another team from the UK, and we've been 3 times under our own name now.
Okay. And back home, what cookers do you cook on back home?
We cook on Pro Q, reverse flow smoker, one of the new ones.
One of the new stubbies?
The tubby named after me.
Yeah, nice. Nice. We use the GFC, so
yeah, lovely cookers.
We know the units very well.
Yeah.
What's your strongest category, do you think?
Well, it's up and down all over the place, really. I mean, normally, I suppose over the years it's been brisket, but you know, this year we've come better on ribs. Normally, that's been our weakest one. So it's all over the place, really. But on the whole, probably brisket.
And what would you say to blokes who want to give it a go and try and get down here?
Oh, you've got to come to this place. It's a dream come true, and especially for international teams. You know, it's the holy grail, really, isn't it? You know, it's.
I agree.
Yeah. You know,
and I mean, doing any kind of barbecue, being out with everybody, hanging out, it is like one big family.
Yeah.
I mean, we just have so much fun. I don't realise how many people I know until we come back, and then I know more people than some of the Americans that are here. So you know, because we've been all over the place, so we compete everywhere.
Yeah.
Got Rob here from Prairie Smoke and Spice from Canada. The guys are lucky enough not to have to fly here. They're an international team, but they've driven down. How you going, mate?
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming down to the hauler.
Yeah. So is this your first Jack?
We've been down here 5 times before, so it's our sixth time cooking here.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah. So you must be good cooks. And now this is the most impressive setup I've seen so far.
It's a work in progress. My wife's the architect of this, and she's not done yet. So.
Fantastic. And do you take this to every comp you go to, this sort of setup?
This is the big one. I mean, this is an important one to us. We love being down here, and you know, 20,000 people that come into the park to see this spectacle. We like to put on a show for them.
And what's the scene like in Canada?
It's growing. It's still relatively young, but we've got about 12, 14 competitions from coast to coast. So it's growing. Unfortunately, we do have to travel quite a bit. You know, we're used to driving 8 to 12 hours to a contest.
We're Aussies, we know about that.
Yeah.
Mate, what do you think your strongest dish is? What's your strongest dish you guys cook?
Probably our brisket. We've had good luck with our brisket the last couple of years. We're crossing our fingers. Maybe a top 10 call. That would be an awesome weekend if we got a call in one of those meets.
Let's hope you get one. Good luck.
Appreciate that.
I'm here with Giacomo from Italy. We met him at Byron's ranch the other night. He flew in. Mate, how long have you been barbecuing for?
I've been barbecuing like for 7 years now. In and out. I mean, I started competing 3 years ago when KCBS arrived in Italy, and now I'm here to learn and to see the good guys, what they do.
Have you competed at the Jack before?
No, haven't.
And you want to?
I would like to. I would love to compete at the Jack. We're getting there.
How many competitions would you have in Italy at the moment?
We have 7 at the moment, 6 at the moment. Yeah.
Are they all KCBS sanctioned?
Not all. We have 6 KCBS, and then we have a bunch of more normal. We have double week way competitions and private competitions. We have like 20 all around.
What do you think your strongest turn-in is?
I'm pretty good on brisket. I got a few second places on brisket, and we had a few calls on chicken too. But brisket is my favorite.
Mate, pretty impressive setup. Is this the first time at the Jack?
Actually, it's not. This is our 18th year being at the Jack. 18
Wow.
consecutive years. If you want a bit of history about why we've been here 18 years, we were competing at Memphis in May in the late about 1998, and we were approached by Jack Daniels at that time, who explained that they wanted to turn the Jack into an international tournament. So we were asked if we would consider coming here to Lynchburg and competing and representing Canada. So about 18 years ago, there was ourselves, a team from Ireland and a team from Switzerland. We were the international teams. We came here and competed. And since we were one of the inaugural teams, we've been invited by every year, and we keep returning.
Certainly a lot easier than what we had to go through. to get here. No, that's great. I mean, you guys were one of the first to create the international, stage that we've got now, which is great. And how many teams are here this year?
Well, normally I'm not too sure the exact numbers, but I would anticipate close to 100 teams, both international and national.
Fantastic. And what's the barbecue scene like in Canada at the moment?
Well, it's pretty good. When we first started to barbecue in the 1990s, it was all whole hog. They had not even introduced competitions that reflected either Memphis and May rules or Jack Daniels rules or Kansas City Barbecue Society rules. So we initially, when we started to compete, we were in whole hog competitions. And as we became more successful, we were winning Canadian barbecue championships, which were whole hog, started to come to the States, and then all of a sudden other teams started to follow us from Canada, at least the eastern part of Canada. And Jack Daniels started to introduce competitions, Kansas City Barbecue Society in reality, and the Canadian Championship migrated from a whole hog competition to a competition reflecting KCBS rules.
And what we see today?
Mostly KCBS rules, or the odd Memphis in May rule, but what we're seeing competitions with a variety of meats, similar to what we're doing here, almost identical, and less whole hog.
Fabulous. Well, we didn't get any fluffy koalas or kangaroos in, but we did get some Australian beer in, so we'll bring some over later and have a beer.
Well, we're Canadian, and we were born on beer, so and
Right.
we certainly survive on beer here as well, as every good barbecuer does.
Well, good luck, boys. I hope you go really well.
Good, and I look forward to that beer.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.